Eden here. I wanted to share with you today some of the differences between the 21-Day Fix nutrition guide and the Insanity Max30 nutrition guide. As many of you know from following me, I'm on day 5 now of Insanity Max30, and as I'm digging into the workouts and the nutrition guide, I thought this is perfect timing for me to share with you all how it is similar and how it is different, and why I would recommend it to anyone who is a 21-day fixer like me and someone who has found value in that system, but maybe you've been doing the 21-day fix workouts, you've been doing fix extreme workouts maybe even, and you're just ready for the next challenge, or you're looking to mix up the workouts, but you like this way or this style or this system of approaching your meals, of meal planning and eating to fuel your body for your workouts and for your health in general. So as I looked and started looking into the nutrition guide for Max30, I was really pleased to see that for the most part it is very, very similar. I mean, almost identical. But the biggest difference that I'm going to share with you, the gold right off the bat, is that the Max30 comes with a no time to cook guide. Now, how awesome is that resource to have? Because many of the challengers that come into our groups as coaches, one of the challenges or one of the struggles that they face is that they're not always going to have the time to prepare their meals ahead of time, or because of their work lifestyle demands, they need on-the-go solutions. So this guide provides solutions to that struggle. So you've got everything from tips to eating out to also actual suggested restaurant guides, right? So it kind of says, okay, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, these are the kind of foods or meals that we're gonna suggest for you to look for. And then it goes a step further and it shares with you fast food restaurants such as Burger King and Domino's and Wendy's and even Taco Bell. Hello, Starbucks lovers. I mean, there are suggestions in here for you to look for. So there's no more hunting and pecking and guesswork when you're going to the restaurants, to the fast food places. It's not a end-all be-all. You absolutely cannot touch fast food. We're not saying eat it all the time, but we're saying that when you need to, these are the options that we would suggest that you reach for. Now, another valuable resource that I found in here is that they also have suggestions for frozen meals. Now, this is awesome for some people like my husband who, he's not always able to, he doesn't always remember to pack his lunches before he goes to work. And he's not able to leave the desk and go out to a restaurant that day, or to pick up, have someone pick up fast food for him for that day. So he will sometimes have frozen meals that he'll bring with him and store in the freezer at work. And they're easy grabs, go-to grab quickly solutions that he can heat up and eat at his desk. Well, this guide even has suggestions for which ones they would recommend for you to look for in the frozen food aisle that will fit nutritionally, although they may be a little higher in sodium. The ones that they say, if you're gonna do a frozen meal, these are the ones we suggest. So right off the bat, you can see the value in a guide like this that you didn't have with the 21-Day Fix program, all right? Now, the next thing beyond that I could share with you is to say that for the most part, everything else in the nutrition guide is very much similar to the 21-Day Fix, but it's simplified even further. With the 21-Day Fix, you're looking at several calorie brackets that you could fall in, okay, dependent on how much you weigh, and how we would multiply it by a number depending on our activity level, and you know, there's a whole formula. Well, with Max30, they have simplified it even further, so that basically you only have 2 calorie charts to fall under. Whether you're under 150 pounds or over 150 pounds, you know how many calories or how many containers for you to eat according to your calorie bracket. You're either in Plan A or Plan B, and you know how many containers of fruits to eat a day, how many containers of protein to eat a day, and so on. Now let's say you don't necessarily want to use the containers. That's okay, because they're going to still guide you in the book and show you the foods that fall under your proteins, your reds, your greens, your purples, and all that, but then also tell you the how to measure that if you want to measure it on your own. The containers are a convenience factor. So if you're like, you know, I just don't have time for all the weighing and the measuring and, you know, trying to figure out how much, you know, 3 ounces of chicken is or whatever, then that's what your containers are for. If you choose to go ahead and get that container system, or if you already have it from your 21-Day Fix program, you have that convenience at your fingertips. I really like to use my containers every now and then, even though I can pretty much eyeball everything at this point because I've used it for so long now. But it's always good, I tell my challengers, to pull out those containers every now and then. Use it at dinner time to portion out really quickly and easily, or just pack your quick snacks in them to go because they come with the lids. But also just to test yourself to make sure how much have you started to kind of color outside the lines or go over or under in your portions, especially if you start to feel like you are hungrier, starting to feel more hungry or less hungry or whatever. You know, it's a good time to check yourself. All right, so beyond that, you got your Shakeology recipes in here, and then they have a DIY section to kind of show you how to, you know, build an omelet, build your meal plan, and they've got sample meal plans in here, and they also have, you know, an easy guide to follow for how and when to add or subtract foods. So you know, this is valuable because it's one of the most asked questions is, you know, after a week or so of starting this program, challengers are like, Angel, you know, I'm still hungry, or I'm not so hungry, or, you know, I'm still feeling drained, I'm not making it through the workouts or whatever, or how do I know if I can't eat more if I'm still feeling hungry? Well, this is an excellent guide for that. And of course they have some sample food trackers in the back. So that, for the most part, is the main similarities and the differences between Max30 and the 21-Day Fix nutrition guides themselves. As for the workouts, that'll be a separate video for you. But if you have any more questions, then please, I encourage you to email me, coachangelb@gmail.com, to ask me your questions privately, or go ahead and comment here below, and I promise I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right? Thanks, guys. Bye.